Good morning, everyone.
It is currently 5:40 here in the morning. Robyn and I have been packing up, and I think we were pretty much ready to go catch our bus to Dalat this morning. We booked our bus through our accommodation, so we're not really sure what to expect.
I'm hoping for a sleeper bus so I can take a nap on the way to Dalat, but we'll go find out. We just made it onto the bus. It's definitely one of like the, I would say like middle class ones, I'm not really sure. It has the reclined seats, which I think I am getting way too used to. It makes the ride way more comfortable than if you were just sitting up with a person right beside you. This one is a little bit different than the other in regards to its 3 seats per the width of the bus instead of 2, so the seats are smaller themselves, so I'm probably gonna have to sandwich my bag in between my legs the whole time, but still pretty good, like really quite comfy. I really don't think I'm gonna be doing a lot on the bus. I think I'm just gonna be mainly taking a nap because it was an early start for the day, but I think it's just Graham and I and maybe like 1 or 2 other people for the moment, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be like stopping periodically to get to Dalat, but I think it's supposed to be around a 4-hour journey. Right now, it is currently 6:30 a.m., so we will see when we get there, I guess.
Also, just want to say how much our bus tickets were. So we bought them through our accommodation, and it was significantly cheaper to do it that way than it was to buy them online through 12go.asia that we've been using for most of our transportation booking. So they came to 200,000 a piece, so 400 in total. Pretty good for the 4-hour ride that we're about to have. Okay, quick update for you. It's currently 7:36. Robyn and I kind of just been both napping, haven't closed our eyes for a little while. But we've stopped in Fentiette for about half an hour now, but I think that was the last stop. It's quite full in here now, and I think now we're gonna get back on the road and make our way to Dalat.
Okay, so we are 3 hours into our bus ride right now. We've just stopped at a rest stop. I'm not sure for how long. Some people got food. You can get some drinks here. There's washrooms that are free to use. They're just squatty potties, of course, so nothing super fancy or anything like that. The ride is definitely getting a little bit bumpier. The road is getting a little bit narrower as we're kind of weaving through the mountains to get to Dalat. So you're kind of moving around as you sit on the seat. But so far, it's been nice. Haven't really been able to close my eyes, but I'd really like to. I might have to crack open my coffee that I got before the bus ride. I just never know when we're gonna be using like rest stops and stuff, so I never know when I'm gonna have access to the bathroom, so I get really nervous. But I'm so tired and my head is pounding, so I think caffeine is needed, and I'll probably do that as soon as we get back on the bus.
Okay, the bus fired up, so I think that's like a sign to get back on, so we're gonna get back on the bus. I checked Google Maps. I think we're about halfway. I think. Still about 2 hours to go till we get to Dalat. Also, while we were at this rest stop, they gave us these sweet shoes. Check them out. Stylish.
We have made it to Dalat, and it looks like the bus dropped us off about 13 minutes away from our accommodation, which is very, very special. So I think we're gonna head over there now.
Now that we're officially in Dalat, I can stop our timer. That travel time took us 5 hours, 37 minutes, 23 seconds, and 29 milliseconds. What was supposed to be a 4-hour bus ride turned into a 5.5. So it's a bit longer than we anticipated. Okay. Inside? Okay.
Okay, so Graham and I are staying at the Crazy House here in Dalat, which is also a tourist attraction. So it feels kind of weird bringing all of our bags in when there's like herds of tourists coming in also to like view the place. Now, if it seems very out of the ordinary for Graham and I to stay in a place like this because it is more expensive than what we usually pay, it's actually a honeymoon gift from my parents. So it's very exciting and this is on them. The Crazy House, we'll tell you a little bit more about it later, I'm sure. We'll give you a tour, but the room that we booked, there's a whole bunch of themed rooms. I think there's basic rooms as well, but if you're staying at the Crazy House, you gotta stay in a crazy room. So we booked the honeymoon room, which looks from the outside, we'll do the outside last, but it looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. It is so cool, and the inside he just brought us in is beautifully decorated. We have a little fireplace. He said that we can get firewood from reception if we want to later tonight. We have like a little coffee table and sitting area where they have free water and coffee and tea for us. This is the bathroom, which looks super cool. Obviously basic toilet, sink, but the shower looks like it's some kind of like magical, mystical tunnel of some sorts. Almost reminds me of like Alice in Wonderland's like hole to Wonderland, which is cool because that's my favorite fairy tale. We haven't actually explored this place yet. We're getting it all on camera for the first time. But it looks like there's a whole bunch of storage, which is good because this room, I don't know about the other rooms, is quite small. So right now we have like all of our bags kind of on the floor. So I think these shelves will definitely be utilized. Or there's like a back nook with like another sink. Maybe we'll use that for storage. I'm not really sure. But one of the coolest parts that I really wanted to book this room for was the bedroom is actually upstairs and you have to walk up these, I think they're bamboo inspired stairs. So let's go there.
This bed is so comfy.
Is it? It's actually a lot more spacious than I thought it was going to be. It's actually really quite tall. It's mainly just a loft for the bed. It looks like there's some more storage up here too, which I'm very surprised about how much storage this place has. There's a huge giant mirror over top of our bed, which I'm not really sure how I feel about. I don't know. But then we also do have a nice window that overlooks the front of the Crazy House, and it is quite comfortable. Now, none of these rooms have AC, so Graham and I were really worried about it, just with the weather that we've been experiencing here in Southeast Asia and Vietnam so far. But Dalat is quite in the mountain region, so it's actually like cooler here. It's a very nice temperature outside, so I think we'll be fine, which is really, really exciting.
Oh, I just hit my funny bone so hard. Right on the corner of this chair. This place is amazing, but I'll update you when my elbow feels better.
Oh my gosh.
Graceful. Okay, this place is so cool. Now that my elbow feels a little bit better, I'll give you my thoughts. I think my favorite part is the shower and these stairs up. I think they're just so cool. Also, the roof is all like little cave things. So I really like the general design and like the colors and everything in here. I think it's super cool. This is gonna be a fun place to stay. But also, I don't think I've ever had somebody just walk up to my door and just peer in while I'm just sitting there. I've made eye contact with at least 3 people now, just like looking in our room. One lady just tried to open the door while Robyn was taking a photo. I think they think that because we're in here that it's like open to the public, but obviously it's not. So anyways, this is quite funny. Another person just made eye contact with me. So
Yeah, definitely not judging people for looking in our room, because if we were touring here, I would definitely be looking in the rooms also.
For sure.
But I just don't think that that's something Graham and I are gonna get used to, is that we are definitely, especially when we're in the room, on display.
Yeah.
I think if we leave here, we're probably gonna close all of the curtains, especially if our stuff is in here. I don't know, he made it very adamant that we had to make sure that everything was locked, because there's lots of tourists that come here.
Yeah.
But I think one of the coolest experiences is going to be seeing this place after hours when it's dark and it's all lit up and there's no tourists, only guests here. Okay, as fun as this room is and the crazy house is, we got up at 5 today and it is currently 1:10 p.m. and we have not eaten anything apart from those like little biscuity chocolatey things that we ate on the way here in the bus. So I think we're gonna go get maybe another cup of coffee, but definitely some food. Just making sure no one's taking a photo right in front of our place. I think we are good to go. So that right there, behind all of these spider webs, is our room.
Okay, so I think the hunger maybe got the best of us there, and we just picked like the closest, most open restaurant that there is, and we ended up getting 2 burgers. So,
Fanciest burgers I've ever seen, though.
definitely the fanciest burgers we've ever seen. So to pair with our very fun accommodation, we're just getting burgers.
But it is still only $5 per plate. So like really it's not that bad. And yeah, I was hungry and I needed to be caffeinated, and so here we are. Okay, now that we're feeling a little better, let's go explore the crazy house. So our room is right at the front entrance pretty much, so we actually haven't explored any other part of the crazy house. We just looked at the map and it looks actually really quite big. So I think our plan is to just kind of wander and see what we can find. Maybe see if some rooms are open that we can check out. So yeah, let's go do that. So this one is the kangaroo room. There was lots of rooms available when we were booking, but the reason why we didn't book it, because there's a pretty creepy red-eyed kangaroo in the corner. Good luck. I just don't know if I'm fully sold on the sculptures with glowing eyes. It's cool to look at, but I don't know if I would want that in the place where I was sleeping.
Craziest part about this whole thing, there's our room. It just keeps going and going, go. It definitely looks like they're adding on here too, because behind Robyn there's a bunch of like scaffolding and construction space, so I'm so curious what they're building on top. I don't know if they're like just like going up further or what they're doing, so that's cool.
You definitely get high in some of these places. Like these stairs are narrow and we are pretty high off of the ground, so I'm a little bit nervous when it comes to height, so whew, some of this is quite steep. That's the highest we've been.
This place is huge. Rob and I have been exploring for at least an hour and a half, probably 2 hours, and I still feel like we could stick out here for another half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour even, just wandering. There's so many different staircases and nooks and crannies and turns. It's so wild. I can't get over how impressive this is. The other thing I wanted to say about this is that it seems like everywhere you go, you get an awesome view of Dalat. Like, you're so high up on the hillside, you're overlooking like downtown and the river and all that stuff that we want to explore tomorrow. So it's really cool to get like kind of a bird's eye view of the whole city.
Yeah, honestly, as a person who loves fantasy and fiction and Disney and all of that stuff, this is absolutely a wonderland, and to be able to stay in it is really cool. Like, I can't wait for all of the tourists to leave and for us to have the place to pretty much ourselves, because judging by how many rooms are open for viewing, there's not a lot of guests actually staying in them. So I think that, like, you know, once they turn on all of the lights and it's really just a couple of people here, it's going to be a completely different experience, and I'm really excited for it. Plus, this little nook is right under our place, and it is a perfect place for games and to hang out. So I'm just really excited, and I'm glad again that it's not like sweltering hot, because I think that would kind of take away from the experience, because Graham and I both get a little bit uncomfortable when we get too hot, so this is kind of like the perfect temperature. Plus, the little juice and coffee station is literally right beside our place, which is kind of dangerous. Could I get 2 pineapple juice, please? That's so good. They're so fresh. Like you saw, it's not like a pineapple juice concentrate. It's like legitimate pineapple juice. So good. Was gonna go to our room, but there's people on our balcony. Well, I think we couldn't have timed that more perfect, because all of a sudden the skies opened up and it is pouring right now.
Absolutely downpouring.
Which, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of love when I'm in like a cozy atmosphere and it's raining outside, so this is actually quite nice.
It is, honestly. Something peaceful about it.
I think we're definitely getting a lot more from this experience staying on the property here.
Definitely.
It just, I don't know, like I feel like I have a different mindset walking around being like, oh, we could come here and we could play cards, or I could come here and I could read, or I could come and have my morning coffee. Yeah. And just knowing that I get like the rest of today, but also all of tomorrow, to kind of enjoy this place and not have to pay every single time to get in, of course, because we are staying here. But yeah, it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good, nice, quick stop in Dalat, and yeah, excited to see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, tomorrow we're actually going to go out and explore more of the city, but we're just going to enjoy our property for tonight. Yeah. Plus, it's downpouring, so so I think we're probably going to stick in this area anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video of our travel day from Munich to Dalat.
And we hope you guys enjoyed the little glimpse we gave you into the crazy house. Honestly, a little bit more expensive than we usually spend on accommodation. But again, thanks Mom and Dad for this experience. It's going to be really fun, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye! My bag is wet. What? Oh, it's soaked. Oh no. We got oh my gosh. This lip is showing. We could do a little more energy. Okay.
Yeah.
Is our window leaking?
Nope.
We're not gonna give away. We're not gonna give away.
No, cheers it, sip it. Refreshing.
Are you gonna script me? Okay.